Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the freestyle rap class. I am your host, capital C, the hostess with the mostest, as they used to say in my neighborhood. We are on day 4 of the freestyle improv class here at Bosler. Thanks again, Bosler, for having me come out. I hope you enjoyed this 4-day journey with me so far. I hope you learned something. I hope that it allows you to unlock that potential that everybody has to be a freestyle artist, to be an improv specialist. Today's pretty exciting. Today we're going to talk about the rap battle portion of it. I am, as I mentioned in my intro on Monday, I am a 4-time Field of Screams rap battle champion. So we'll talk about how to rap battle, a couple pointers here and there, and if that's an area that you're called to do, so be it. And maybe you can even challenge me on my radio show once we get back up and running from this quarantine that we're on. As I mentioned on previous shows, I host a radio show where I bring in local business people, local artists, local musicians onto my show and interview them. It's a talk show. So get a hold of Bosler. They can get a hold of me if you want to be a guest on the show once it gets back up and running. If you want to have a little friendly battle on the air and you're a rapper, feel free. I always like the challenge. I think it's fun. Just a quick recap. Monday was a basic introduction. I gave you a minor homework assignment, some pointers on how to freestyle. Tuesday, we kind of applied those pointers and took it a little step further with the freestyling. Yesterday's show, Wednesday's show, we went over how you would use this in the real world, whether it would be business related and or school related. So that was a fun class for me. I like that aspect of it. And today's kind of cool too, because we're going to talk about rap battling, something I know about. I feel like I've been battling for my position in hip hop since I started at the ripe old age of 11 years old. And here we are, 33 years later, still going strong. For the purpose of today, I want to talk about a kind of a new thing over the last 5 years or so, where it's called complimentary rap battles. I figured in this time and place and the platform that I'm on, I don't really want to talk about the 8 Mile style, as I mentioned earlier, because there's a lot of different negative aspects to that, people name calling and things like that. I understand it's all for sport and people don't take it personally. However, we have people of all ages at Bosler Library watching this, so we want to keep it clean. And one of the ways we can talk about battling and the pointers of battling is the complimentary rap battle. Now, I know I told you in a video prior to this, I was going to have some people lined up where I could call them on the telephone and they could rap battle me. Unfortunately, we had no takers for that, and I can't make them battle me. But I have an idea. I'm going to Google famous actors or actresses, and whoever pops up, that's going to be who I'm going to compliment. So basically, how does a complimentary rap battle work? Very similar to a regular rap battle, but rather than doing punchlines, which is kind of like your hard-hitting lines, your metaphors, your disses, if you will, we replace them with compliments instead of negative disses towards somebody. So how would that work? Well, I'm looking at myself right now. So if I was someone battling me, and I'm only looking at it because I'm face to face with myself as we're recording this. So if I was to be like, hey, I really like your blue sweater. I got one on too, but you wear it better. See, so I'm complimenting the person that I'm battling. I actually have to admit I stole that line. I was battling Flesh and Bones, my DJ, one time, and we purposely had the same shirts on for a show we were doing. I believe it may have been First Night Carlisle a few years ago. And we tried to do a complimentary rap battle. It was the first time either of us ever did a complimentary rap battle. But one of his lines, and I'll never forget it, he was like, hey, we got on the same sweater, but you wear it better. And it kind of just embodies the whole freestyle thing where you're complimenting people. But the same principles apply. Now, I think it's important to note, and I had mentioned it in a previous video as well, that a lot of rap battles that you Google on YouTube now and watch people battle, they do a lot of research nowadays. They Google people, they talk to their friends, they go on their Facebook, they know where you work, they know what you had for dinner last week, and they go and they write disses. And we're not talking about that, which is cool. I love watching it, but we're actually talking about the pure freestyle of it. The 8 Mile Eminem movie battle type stuff, where they're against their opponents and they're making fun of each other. In our case, we'll be complimenting each other, but they're making fun of each other right on the spot, freestyling. So how do you do that? How do you battle somebody without having the writtens? And so what happens is, usually when you battle somebody, they'll have a time limit. Field of Screams rap battle, for example, was a minute each person. You would flip a coin. That's the first thing that happens. So you're called up, and your opponent's called up. You go on stage. You flip a coin, heads or tails, and they'll tell you who calls it. So they might be like, Capsy, you call it in the air. You won last round. Flip it up in the air. All right, tails. All right, do you want to go first or you want to go second? Now, if you win the coin toss, this is very important. You always want to go second. Because what happens is, that first person is going to rap about you for 1 minute straight. While he's rapping, you're going to sit back and you're going to think. So whatever he says, you want to have a rebuttal. You want to have a comeback to that person. Now, for an example here, and I'm trying to think of a quick one off the top. And so in a regular rap battle, I'm dissing you. Be like, hey yo, get ready, I'm dissing you, you're skinny like a piece of spaghetti. And then people might go, oh wow, that was so funny, he called that skinny man a piece of spaghetti. And I'll be like, so to rebuttal that when it's my turn, and let's say, yes, I am skinny, so a lot of people do weigh more than me. Maybe he's a big buff guy, like muscles and everything like that. Like they, and they call them meatheads and things like that. So I might retaliate back, and I'll be like, I am ready. Let's have a photo shoot between Meatball and Spaghetti, and like point to him and then point back to me. So you're kind of like playing off what they say. So you go through the coin toss, and you win. You let him go first. Then that first 30 seconds or so, you're kind of throwing back in their face what they said, but just differently. So you're doing those rebuttals, and then take the last 30 seconds and you can make fun of him. So really, your job when you go second is cut in half, because that first half can just be rebuttals of what he said for the first minute. And then people like that you're coming back. And that's the advantage here of being a freestyler, because a lot of times you'll be thrown in the arena and people will be like, oh yeah, I'm freestyling. But they'll have a written and they'll just insert your name somewhere. And when they do that and they go first, oh yeah, they're going to get the crowd and go, ooh, 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 ooh. But they know, the crowd's not dumb. They know that it's written. When you go and flip back what they said, there's no way that was rehearsed. So you already in the mind of the audience, who 9 times out of 10 judge it. Sometimes they do have judges depending on the battle. But 9 times out of 10 it goes by the crowd. So if you can control the crowd, that's the next point. Control the crowd during a rap battle, you're going to win. More often than not, I battle places where I don't know anybody. It'll just be me and my DJ, Flesh and Bones. Maybe Christina will come, my woman. Maybe my friend Big Red. They might show up. But there's 3 voices and a whole audience of hundreds and thousands of people, depending where the venue is at. Okay, so you have a responsibility to win them over. I was battling a guy from Lancaster, which Lancaster County is where they have the rap battle Field of Screams. And one of the lines that I had said, okay, it's time to throw down. Look, I'm beating him in his own town. So you want to, you got to try to win those people over. So that's the second thing. So you win the coin toss, elect for them to go first. You're deferring them, kind of think football when they do the kickoff. You're sitting back. In your mind, you're thinking. Now, I know in freestyle, I always say, think of your first line, let it flow. This is a little different. You're still freestyling, but you got to kind of think where to place those rebuttals. So take that first 30 seconds or whatever the time limit, first 15 seconds, use those rebuttal lines back. That's very important in the rap battle. Control that audience, okay? So, and then you'll win. And you're saying, all right, Caps, I get that, but what do we do if we don't win the coin toss? Okay? The whole time before the coin toss flipped over, you're going back to that one basic principle where you think of that first line. Okay? You want to come off right out of the gate. And just in case you don't win the coin toss. All right, you lose the coin toss. 9 times out of 10, they're going to elect you to go first for the same reason I just said. Because they know it's easier to go second. You can feedback off what they say. So what you want to do at this point, you lose the coin toss, you want to have your line. That first line out the gate that's going to get their attention. Maybe the guy doesn't have his shoes tied, you know? I haven't heard you rhyme before, but you're probably not too tight. You're not even smart enough to tie your shoes right, you know? So you're looking at him, boom, you're hitting him with that blow right off the bat, and you're just going from there. So continue to look at what they're wearing. In the complimentary rap battle, you're going to just say how awesome they're dressed or what a career they have if you know what they do for a living and things like that. Same principle applies if it's a diss thing, okay? Also, you want to come with energy. I've seen so many rap battles where people lose the coin toss, they go first, and they have so much energy that when the second person goes, they end up choking. Like they just oh wow. I was in a rap battle once, it was 3 of us. It was me, David Wallers, who was our, Raw V was his rap name. Shout out to him, he's stationed in South Korea right now for the military. We appreciate all that you do, and especially now with the coronavirus out there as well. I mean, it's everywhere, but that was one of the places where it originally started. So, stay healthy, stay safe. It was me, him, before his military days, as well as a man named Chris Twist. And just so happened that our team went first. It was 3 of us battling a team from a neighboring town in Lacey. I don't even remember any of their names. But we won 3-0. But Chris Twist, when he rapped, he was so, we call it almost grimy, gutter, just street, so powerful, raw, like a DMX in his voice, and he brought that energy, and the other guy didn't even rap. He was like, oh my God, he was in my face, I didn't know what was going on. It just hit him like a tidal wave. So you want to bring that energy. One of the things, LL Cool J, one of the best battle mainstream rappers of all time, he always brought that energy. Even though he didn't go first in the Cannabis beef, I mean, they say that he said a line in one of his songs that made Cannabis diss him in second round knockout was Cannabis' song. That song was really, really hard. But when LL responded back, he just brought so much energy and passion and power to it that that was the end of the fight. It didn't even matter at the lyrics at that time. He was just so powerful. So you lose the coin toss. Think of that first line. Make sure to hit, make sure the crowd's going to go, ooh, know your audience, know where you're at, know what they're looking for. Deliver that punchline right off the start. Come with that energy so they really don't know how to retaliate. So many times I won the coin toss and someone would rap, and while they're rapping, I'm literally thinking to myself, how am I going to respond back to this guy? This guy is incredible. But I kept my wits about me, and the way that I responded back was just as I told you. I had a couple lines in my head. I listened for the chances that I could rebuttal on what he just said. Yeah, that rhymed. Head said, that was funny. So that's how you're going to flip that, okay? And energy is the key. Just control the audience, and you can win, even if you have to go first. So today we're going to kind of flip the coin, imaginary coin here. Flipped it, tails, I lost. Okay. I'm not sure who we're battling, so we're going to take the phone, we're going to Google someone, we're going to do a complimentary rap battle. So clearly he's not really going to battle me because we're just using him as a prop, him or her, I should say, because I'm going to say, I'm going to Google American actors and actresses, and whoever comes up first, that's who I'm going to have a complimentary battle with. I kind of wish he or she could battle back. That would kind of be fun, but we're going to see what happens. And another note too, a lot of battle rappers today has, you know how I told you they have their stuff written out, they did their homework and they searched and everything like that. A lot of them do not rap to a beat. Well, none of them do nowadays, but they already have their material written, so it would be kind of hard to fit that into a beat. That's another advantage that you have as a freestyler. When you go to these different events and people might have a written, they might not be able to flow to a beat as good as a freestyle rapper would be. So I never considered myself a battle rapper. I'm a freestyle rapper. I get thrown into that arena because I am so quick off my toes, and you will too. You will be also, now that you took this class. You know, it's just a matter of getting experience. And that's one last thing too before I Google this person. Another good point there that I brought up, experience. None of the years that I've won the Field of Screams rap battle, and over the last 7 years, I think I did the math on it, 7 or 8 years, but over the last 7 years, I have a record of 24-5 at the Field of Screams rap battle, which includes 2 third-place finishes, 1 second-place finishes, and then 4 first-place finishes in a row. But one of the reasons why I do so well, and I already told you I don't bring a lot of audience with me, is because of experience. You cannot put a price tag on experience. So many times I battle somebody, oh, it's my first time here, or this is my first battle, or this is the first time I am performing in front of a live audience. What I always try to do is about a month or a month and a half out before the Field of Screams rap battle, I hit every open mic that I can to freestyle. And that was the homework assignment from yesterday's video. Because the more I'm up in front of people, the more I'm seeing, even though it's different areas, I'm observing what people like, I'm observing what kind of lines, what language, what cadence, what flow, what makes them say, ooh, ah, ah, you know. So when I'm at the rap battle, Field of Screams in particular, I observe the people rapping. I'm watching them battle. I'm watching the responses of the crowd. My experience allows me to say, okay, these are the type of things that they like. They don't like these type of lines. So they're looking for, you know, the crowd is looking for like, ooh, I want that punchline, that metaphor to be so far above what the average person says. And then also, you know, or they might say, no, this competition, they want simple freestyle lines. They don't want some complex metaphor that doesn't make any sense. They want it just straight where you can get it. Like, I flow like the wind through the trees. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory, okay? It's not some crazy metaphor, you know. And I can't even think of one right now. I mean, that's part of the problem with being a freestyler. You don't think, right? But you know what a metaphor is. So, and a lot of rappers use metaphors, and that's great. And you will do well when you're in a core hip hop audience. But again, it goes back to the experience. Know your audience. Are the people that are watching the Field of Screams rap battle 100% hip hop heads? No, they're people that are coming to an attraction, and maybe they're coming to watch their friend in a rap battle, but that doesn't mean that they're hip hop. That doesn't mean that they like rap music. They could be country people. I've seen a lot of country people come out and talk to me afterwards, and are like, wow, we never seen anyone rap like that. We don't like rap, but we like you. And I always appreciate that compliment. So, experience is another big thing. All right, here we go. A complimentary rap battle. Now, I must admit, when it comes to experience, I mentioned my Flesh and Bones rap battle, and I think I battled someone else one other time in a complimentary rap battle. So this is not something that I normally do. But we're trying to keep the love and positivity, especially during these dark times. So, let's see. Hey Google, show me a picture of American actors and actresses.
Showing pictures that match.
All right. Let's see here. The first one is going to be Robert Downey Jr. You can't see the screen probably. That's Robert Downey Jr. Looks a little younger there before Iron Man. So I'm gonna play a beat, a little Flesh and Bones beat, okay? So we flipped a coin toss. I have to rap for a minute, complimentary rap, and I have to go first because he's obviously not gonna rap back. All right, so I'm just looking at this outfit. Check it out. Hey, yo, ready? Check it out, check it out. It's the Caps. This is my complimentary rap. You look good in black, better than Johnny Cash. You wear it so much better. I love the glasses all the way down to the letter. The last letter, that is your goatee, homie, is better than mine. I wish mine would grow only right here, just like yours does. And I want to give you more love, cause you make more bucks, so much more cash than I can. You really are the man, that's Iron Man, for those that follow your stuff. I don't know, man, I can't say enough about how buff you are. You're a superstar. Yeah, you shine the brightest by far. I love your hair, you best believer. The way you got it turned over, it looks like Justin Bieber. But a lot better than him. I wish I was Iron Man, and I could go swim in your pool, cause I heard you got a mansion, and that's cool. Even if I had a mansion, yours would be bigger than mine. And I find it's by design, cause you got so much money, it really blows my mind. I don't know, I got nothing. So he might respond back and be like, I might be richer than you, but you're the richer dude, cause you're rich in spirit, and I really want you to hear it, or whatever. So you're going back and forth. It's so... What happened there was, and I'm glad, because people are watching and be like, this guy won rap battles with that? Well, several things happened in that little freestyle. One, I was trying to think of my lines while I was freestyling, and I'm glad that I kind of messed up or went a little slow, because this is the first week of the class, so I'm not trying to get too in-depth. But it's a prime example when you try to think of your lines, the flow is really just not there. So if I had to grade myself, I mentioned the other day I grade my freestyles every time I freestyle in public. If I had to grade myself, that would actually be a -2 on my skill. So that was really, really, really bad. And secondly, not only was I thinking and I just couldn't flow right, but secondly, I don't have experience as a complimentary rap battle expert. I would have been better off if I was making fun of Robert Downey Jr. And then I would probably destroy him. So maybe that just tells you a little more where my heart's at. But not only that, I have a lot more experience in that field. One of the reasons why, and this is one of the things I want to say about the Rap Battle Forum. One of the reasons why I've been in hip hop so long, I love the culture, I love the people, I love the music, I love the scene, but I also love the competition. Freestyle rap, battle rap, hip hop in general, always gave the voice to the voiceless. I was never popular in school. Believe it or not, I won the quietest in the yearbook. I just didn't talk to a lot of people. I didn't always have a lot of friends. But the friends that I did gain through the years have a lot to do with the fact that I had a voice. People knew who I was because I rapped. And while you're unlocking this potential inside of you to better yourself in work, like Wednesday's lesson, to have something to do like Tuesday's lesson, to perform live, to rap battle like today's lesson. It's really, really good for you to do. You know, there has to be a love there. Rap music is wonderful. Quote unquote, gets a bad rap, you know, no pun intended. So keep loving one another. It's getting dark as I'm shooting this video here for day 4. Please tune in tomorrow as I will be doing a freestyle show, Freestyle Friday, and I'm looking forward to that. So we can just kind of all, you followed me religiously all week long, and I appreciate it. You told your friends about it. I actually seen someone like the post from North Carolina, so I don't remember her name. I apologize, but shout out North Carolina watching the video. That's pretty awesome. So, you know, keep the comments coming, any questions or anything like that. Bosler has my contact information if you want to be on my show, or if you want to talk rap music or anything else, good or bad, or if you want to critique this Hip Hop 101 lesson, if you will. That's fine. I appreciate it. So tomorrow's the show. I'm really excited, a little nervous, but I'm glad that you guys took this journey with me. And again, shout out to Bosler for having me. And everybody, love and peace, you know, happiness, the hip hop style way, you know. Take care. Appreciate you.